We're hanging out live with Emily Sippel of Portland Women's Soccer. It's part of our WCC Summer Hangouts. Emily, how's it going? How's the summer going so far?
Pretty good. Portland's nice to have the majority of the team back in Portland. I'm originally from Portland, so it's nice to have everyone back here. And yeah, we've been gone for 6 weeks, but it's kind of rainy right now. But hopefully the sun comes back next week. So it's been nice.
What have you been doing over the last 6 weeks?
I've just been relaxing at my house, which has been nice. But I also went down to San Diego, California, where some of my family lives, and so I was there for a week and hanging out at the beach and stuff. So that was nice. Good to have a little relaxation time. So.
Yeah, that sounds nice. So now that the team's kind of back together, what does your typical day look like during the summer?
A lot of times, or most days, we work out in the morning pretty early. Usually 7 or 8, and we have a morning run. And then most of us go to class, so most of us have 1 or 2 classes, kind of depending on our schedules and what our majors are. And then some days we'll have double days, but usually we just have the morning run, and sometimes we'll play like small-sided pickup games the afternoon with the team, which is fun.
Are you taking summer classes?
I am. I'm just taking 1 though, so it's not too bad.
What class is it?
It's a theology class, so yeah, it's required for all majors. So
interesting. So I want to talk about last year a little bit. 3-way tie for the WCC Championship. How hard is it to play in this conference? It's such a strong women's soccer conference.
Yeah, for sure, it is hard, and but we do enjoy the competition. And of course, Santa Clara is always a huge rival, and that's always a huge game, and we're always kind of competing with them for that championship. But in the past few years, it's been nice, and obviously, but harder to add BYU to the mix, which they always bring great competition. And but all in all, it's really important for us to like have that tough conference, because it does help us in the playoffs and getting those seeds. So we enjoy it, and we look forward to it every year, and just hope to do our best and obviously be the champions every year. But
yeah, and last year in that NCAA tournament, you lost in the second round to Illinois. It was a rough loss, but if you can just look back on the season, reflect on last season, what do you think you'll remember most about last season?
Honestly, I'll remember our just really great senior class who I was pretty close with, and it was a great, memorable last year to spend with them. I also remember, we had an amazing year. I think we had, 2 or 3 losses in the regular season, and obviously it was a disappointing end, but overall we had a really great year. We played some really amazing games, and were able to keep the ball a lot and keep possession, which we as a program have always focused on. And we just had a lot of talent, and so that's the kind of things I like to take away from it, and just the more positive side going into next year too. So.
And next year will be your senior season. Do you think it's going to have a different feel to it?
For sure, yeah. It's definitely some parts have already hit me, like sadness and just kind of realizing that this is it. But definitely looking forward to it, and spending this last year, especially with my 2 other fellow seniors. We've been here since freshman year, and just getting to spend those important, memorable moments with them. So.
What do you think you want to pass down to some of the younger players on the team? This being your senior year, it is your kind of leadership season. What do you think you want to kind of leave them with?
I think one of my strengths is my passion for the game, and kind of showing that on the field, and just kind of bringing that on a daily basis. So I would say hoping to kind of instill that in them, and I guess on a daily basis not taking it for granted, and just kind of bringing your best every day. So hopefully passing that on to them so they can continue that on as they progress through the program.
And it is summer. Soccer is not in session, although your team's back together right now. So let's talk about you a little bit, some fun questions. I saw you're a biology major. What do you want to do with that degree?
Not exactly sure yet, but I am kind of leaning towards medical school right now. For sure, we'll probably take a year or 2 off, need to get some medical hours to even apply. But yeah, hopefully that's the goal. So.
How have you found you've been able to balance soccer with challenging biology, different science classes? Has that been a struggle, and what's worked best for you?
It's hard, but I think the best way I've done it is kind of finding my own way to manage my time, and yeah, just figuring out like when I do have free time to really sit down and do my homework, and honestly, like living in a house, doing it when no one's there, or like, just finding those little times when you can do it on yourself, so when people are there, you can hang out with them and still enjoy your college experience. So
That's great. That's great. What do you think's been the most interesting class you've taken at Portland?
I would have to say biology of exercise. And so, of course, me being a soccer player, that's something I want to pursue is sports medicine. And so that was really interesting learning about just how the body works when you're putting stress on it and in those. And I could just apply it a lot to my life and how when we're doing running or strength work or even in a soccer game, just kind of what your body's doing and how it's functioning. So that was really interesting to me.
Do you think you've kind of improved your game or your overall way that you go about working out because you have that knowledge?
Partly. I think it just makes me more aware of my body and kind of what I'm feeling, and which definitely helps in those moments. And I don't know, it kind of helps you like recover and just kind of know what your body's feeling so you don't like overdo it too.
Mm-hmm. What about hobbies outside of soccer in school? What do you like to do when you're not in class or not out on the soccer field?
I love, I don't know, hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my family. My brother and sister are both older than me, and they live across the country, so it's fun to go visit them. Yeah, I like to read on my free time, which is kind of hard, but when I do, it's nice. So.
Do you have a favorite book?
One of my favorite books actually I read in 7th grade is called The Outsiders. One of my favorites. So.
That's a good one. What about, are you reading anything right now?
Not right now. Unfortunately, I had to kind of put it down for summer because I have to read my theology books, but.
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to get back to the book soon. Yeah. What about a favorite TV show? Do you have one of those?
Yeah, I have a few. I really like Grey's Anatomy. I also like Nashville. What else do I watch? I've watched The Voice for the past few seasons. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about a favorite movie?
All-time favorite is Remember the Titans.
That is a great one. That's a good one.
Classic.
Okay, another favorite for you. Favorite musical artist, band, anything like that?
That's hard for me because I would say I'm more of a song person. But I don't know if I have a favorite. I don't know. I'm not a big like favorite music person, but I like country quite a bit. Like if I'm just sitting in the car, I have to listen to country. So.
Awesome. What is one thing that most people wouldn't know about you? Like maybe your teammates know it or the people really close to you, but that the average person wouldn't know about you?
Tough question. I would have to say probably that I was born in California. Most people don't know that. They think I grew up here. I played in the club here. Yeah, most people don't know that, but I moved here when I was in 3rd grade. So it's not a huge role, but it kind of plays a factor in my life, and that's where my family's from, or extended family. So.
Were you born in Southern California?
Yeah, kind of Central Valley. So.
All right. Well, we're in California right now, so.
Yeah, like an hour south of Fresno. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about a pregame ritual? Do you have anything that you have to do before a game? Superstition, song you have to listen to, anything like that?
I have to brush my teeth, which is interesting, but my teammates know, and they're like, oh, there's Sippy brushing your teeth again. But, and then generally I always put my left sock on before my right sock, and then my left shoe before my right shoe.
All right, how did those start? Was there a game or something that you brushed your teeth before and you played really well?
I don't know, well, the brushing the teeth thing is like, I just kind of feel fresh and just like good throughout, and so I think that's kind of where it started. And then the left shoe, right shoe, I don't know where that started. I think probably in high school, but yeah.
Awesome. Now at Portland, you guys have amazing fans for your women's soccer team. Talk about those fans a little bit and just how much it means to you to have them out there every game.
It means a lot for us, and especially last year when they were able to come to so many away games. it just brings a different feel to the game. And since I've been here, it's been really nice because as the players on the soccer team, we've been able to develop a pretty close relationship with those guys. It's primarily, well, it's a few of the guys' dorms on campus that tend to come out and kind of lead the chants and lead the support. So we've been able to develop relationships with some of those guys in those dorms, and I think that's really helped since I've been on campus to just get them really into it and make those huge banners for us. And it also helps get the local crowd into the games a lot more. So it makes that much more enjoyable.
Yeah, speaking of the banners, I know they have a lot of banners, they have a lot of chants they do during the game. Is there one that's your favorite that really pumps you up or is funny to you or anything like that?
There's one that they use specifically for me, and they actually started with another teammate before me, Taylor, who had red hair as well. And they called Taylor the Ginger Ninja because she could jump really high. And it just passed on to me, and it's just always funny, and my teammates make fun of me for it, but it's always funny, and it feels special when you have your own chant, but that one's fun/funny. So
that's awesome. All right, 4th of July is coming up. Before we go, any plans?
I think our running coach is actually going to have us over for a barbecue, so that should be fun. Just hang out with the team and, yeah, spend some time with him. So
awesome.
He always makes delicious food, so looking forward to that.
Well, that sounds like a great time. Emily, thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great rest of your summer.
Thank you. Appreciate it.